I am hurting so much, how do I heal and move on? Seeking true help as I am so broken. Was with him for a few years, couldn't stabilize because of his character. Initially thought he was dismissive, avoidant, but realized that he has narcissistic personality disorder. But he refused to admit it and seek help. Said that he doesn't feel that there is anything wrong with him. It is so hard. He has a reputation, many people warned me about him, and I genuinely thought that he would change with time. I encouraged him to go get properly diagnosed and I will help him through it. The ironic thing is, he himself is a doctor, but he cannot tell that he has this personality disorder. Always gave me the silent treatments and move on with new girls whenever we argued. But I still went back to him, thinking that he would change. Stupid, I know. Would abuse me very emotionally, mentally and sexually too. I never once felt appreciated by him, but he could give every other girl everything I wanted for us, like giving out free passes. He sleeps around so much and it hurts me tremendously. I went to therapy because I am so unstable whenever I am with him, spamming hundreds of texts and calling non-stop, even using my dad's phone to reach out because he would block me and give me silent treatments whenever we argue. It is so painful and abusive. Therapist told me there is nothing wrong with me, that he was the one that drove me to insanity, and told me that he has NPD. Last straw was a month ago when I found out that he cheated again. I never knew he had a girl for 7 to 8 months behind my back. He filmed me on bed, whilst having another girl. Left me again after 1 week, lying to me that he is unable to open up to me. I found out through IG that he has another girl and they traveled together, played sports together and everything, behind my back. I reached out to the girl, but she gave me no explanations and blocked me. Both of them continued the RS. I have no closure and have no idea what happened. It has been a month and I am still writhing in pain every day. Honestly, after years with him, I don't know entirely about his past relationships and his life in full, as he chronically lies so much, and has no empathy nor remorse for his actions. I hate his false online persona that he always tries to build, having thousands of IG followers, but not a single true friend that he trusts. Also caught him chatting with porn stars on IG. I have tried so much to help him get out of this need for validation, but I ended up losing myself instead. I did called both of them out online. Felt bad as it was not something I would do. But, it was the right thing to do. Had massive support from friends and family. I have a good support system and I am thankful for it. Loved ones trying their best to pull me out from this trauma bond I have with him. It is so hard to break it. I am suffering from PTSD from this infidelity and I am still going for therapy. Planned to build my life with him and I never knew this cheating would destroy me completely. I loved him with everything I had. To be honest, I genuinely don't know how many girls he has behind my back. He blocked me everywhere and so did I. I did not do it out of spite but because he has hurt me so much. He changed his IG username after I called him out, washing his hands off the entire thing, instead of truly reflecting his actions. He continued living his life happily. Everyone told me that it is a good thing that we did not work out. Imagine getting married and then find out all these later. But it still hurts. Any genuine advices on how to heal from this would be very much appreciated. I just want to focus on healing and taking care of myself. I know it takes time and all. But the heartache is so real, I feel physical pain every day and I cannot function at all. I cannot get the cheating images of them out of my mind. I know that cheating is so common now, but man, I never expected it to wreck my soul. It hurts even more to know that him and the girl continued on. I don't know how to move on from this. I truly want to heal and leave all these behind. But the betrayal and hurt is just indescribable. The narcissist discard is just another level of pain that I wished upon none of my loved ones. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I, F40, and my husband, M42, haven't had very good marriage for a pretty long time. He has a definite drinking problem and we've had a dead bedroom for years. Friday night, I realized he had accounts on gay hookup sites, and when I looked at our bank account, he bought drinks at a gay bar. Saturday morning I confronted him. He said he was bi and just liked the attention he got from chatting with men online. He said he wasn't seeing anyone and that he had just met up with someone he knew through work who had similar interests, and he wanted to see what a strip show at the gay bar was like. Our 2 boys were home, so we couldn't continue the conversation, so didn't get a chance to talk until that night. We talked a lot. I was angry. He was embarrassed. I tried to be understanding, as sexuality is a spectrum, but sexting and chatting online with guys to me felt like cheating. He said he thought it wasn't as bad as being with a woman. We came to an understanding. I laid my heart out. He was vulnerable and explained he always had a submissive side and wanted to explore it. We had the biggest hug and I felt we were healing. But I couldn't let it go. I've been desperate for physical affection and just plain attention and love from him for years. I had stopped trying to be intimate because he was having trouble performing, so I figured it was Ed and I didn't want to make him feel worse. So I found his Grindr logon information and checked the account. He has met up with one man 2 times. And went to a hotel with another. It's been a dead bedroom for a few years, so at least I don't need to worry about STDs, I guess. Sunday afternoon, I said I wanted to talk again. I wanted details. I didn't tell him what I knew. I shared an article with him about why it is important to be completely honest with your spouse after infidelity if there is going to be healing. We talked. It was more of the same. I asked him how often, infrequently, what kind of pictures he sent, never his face, if he had ever met with anyone other than the guy he said he knew from work. No, never. If he had ever done anything with guys before. Never. But I saw the proof online. It was all lies. I pushed the need for honesty multiple times, said not to leave things out because he thinks it will hurt my feelings, but he stuck to the same story. It was only chatting online and going to the gay bar one time with a friend where nothing happened. A few minutes later he asked me to come out to the garage because he said he had lied and wanted to come clean because he felt awful and I deserved the truth, etc. Very remorseful and vulnerable seeming. But then he said he had lied about wearing my underwear. I had found a pair I haven't worn in years in the laundry which had stuck out to me, so I asked. I gave him another chance to tell me more and be completely honest. He said that the underwear was it. But I know it wasn't. I feel sick and guilty for snooping like this and what I saw on there, but I did, and now I can't move past the lie. I had to stay home from work today as I feel physically ill and didn't fall asleep until after 4 o'clock in the morning. What do I do now? How do I confront him? One thing I was thinking of doing was getting the kids their dinner and settled after school and waiting for him in the garage. When he gets home, I'll say I knew he lied and talk about all the nights I waited up worrying about him drinking and driving, and tell him it's his turn to worry and just get in my car and leave. It would feel satisfying, I think, and I kind of don't want to hear what he has to say in response to my telling him I know he lied. I gave him so many chances to be honest and I wasn't being judgmental. But he kept to the lie. If he had been honest, maybe we could move past this. Now? I just don't know. And it hurts. So much. I don't understand my feelings and I'm struggling. Hey internet strangers. I've posted previously about my soon-to-be ex-wayward husband, stbxwh. But I guess this is more of a breakdown rant than anything. It's been a year since D-Days 1 to 2 and 6 months since he left me for affair partner number 5, AP5. I'm in a good relationship with someone that actually treats me well and everything is on the up and up. I'm struggling financially. Who isn't, but finally have enough start the divorce. I've been no contact for almost 3 months. I hate my stbxwh so much. Looking back through messages, while deleting them, showed me that I was always begging for his attention and affection. It was so rarely just given to me. I feel so used and pathetic. It also showed that he was likely cheating long before I found out. And logically, I know he's a heartless shell of a person that can only be satiated by bringing people down to his forever broken and lonely level. He's a selfish liar that enjoyed cheating and having a doting wife that put him so high on a pedestal she can no longer reach to take him down. He's a hypocrite and a gaslighter, and under no circumstances I ever want him in my life again. So why do I think every knock on my front door or car driving down my street might be him coming to see me? To apologize and say he was wrong and that he loves me and I'm worth the hard work to fix us. Why am I still here, sobbing over him and feeling crushing pain knowing that I meant nothing to someone I still love and had loved for 7 to 8 years? I should be overjoyed to finally file for divorce since he'll never do it and the law here doesn't award him anything unless we've been married 3 years. We'll be 2 in October. And instead I feel like the world is ending. Every other aspect of my life is great, he's just not in it and that should be a major improvement. And instead I just want to die. I don't know if it's just a depression episode or a panic or anxiety attack, on meds for those plus PTSD from all this. But I keep getting so many intrusive thoughts about downing every pill bottle and hoping it's enough to put me out of my misery. I don't want to be this weak and I'm putting on a strong, I don't give a fuck mask around my roommates and BF, but I'm scared he might have broken a part of me that isn't fixable or tolerable and I'll lose them too if I keep falling apart like this. I'm just so scared I'll never be able to love someone else. He wasn't my first long-term relationship but he was the first person I genuinely loved. Honestly I thought I wasn't capable of it before I met him. And that no one will be able to tolerate let alone live me back. Small update. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who responded. It's just been so hard trying to cope with why he did this and how I feel about everything and the future that's been destroyed. I'm signing divorce papers this month and he's going to be served. My BF knows about everything and how I'm feeling but he's a very, just don't think about it or let it bother you kind of person, which is fine, but that method doesn't work with a racing mind. He's honestly been great and has been helping me through this for months now, even before we became exclusive. He might move after he graduates sometime next year so I'm not sure if we'll last. I've been using Baldur's Gate 3 to cope and pretend I don't have the problems I have. It's been a nice escape. I did find some peace and answers when I stumbled upon narcissistic abuse syndrome. My soon-to-be ex-husband checks every single box and the side effects for victims might as well have my name scribbled on it. Based on things he's said and done, I think he's a seriously ill man who honestly believes all the lies he's told. I'll leave a link for reference on this type of abuse. I wish I could go to therapy but I'm struggling financially at the moment. I plan to go as soon as I can.